Oi, be somebody, would ya? I'm sure you've heard that one before. Maybe it was somebody influential in your life growing up. Well, in this video, I'm going to show you how the key to accessing everything that you've ever wanted in your life actually comes down to you becoming nobody. Intriguing, isn't it? Hi everyone, my name is Michael and this is The Real Shift. I'm a neurolinguistics practitioner and subconscious reprogrammer. But in this video, I just really wanted to discuss a really important area, and it's based around how we've all been socialized. As children, growing up, we've had a lot of beliefs and ideas thrown at us that we've accepted as being the truth. And as a result, so many of us are off track in terms of where our true talents are, where our passions are, and so we're just buying into these ideas that people have actually passed down to us. You see, when we're born, we enter a society that demands an element of social conformity. When our behaviour is seen as being out of line or unsociable, your parents are under pressure to eliminate that behaviour. Although this approach is really effective in moulding a socialised citizen, there's some really deep-seated side effects that we then live with through this socialisation. So as a child, you begin to feel that you have these things that are unacceptable. Then you develop a personality or a character that's constantly looking to the world for some form of approval. Do you like me? Am I good enough? Am I acceptable to you? Or if you get a high grade at school or a form of recognition, then you feel good. But if you don't get a high grade or recognition, then you feel bad. So we're using our external reality as a barometer for our worthiness based on the level of acceptance that we receive from it. I wanted to chat a little bit about your values as well, because your values may not be exactly what you think that they are. Think about it. In childhood, when you're growing up, your parents would have been hanging out with certain people that are in line with their values. They might have gone to a religious institution that's in line with what they believe is their values. They might have sent you to a school where that's in line with their values. But this has also influenced the way that you relate to the world now. And so does this necessarily mean that they are your values? Well, probably not. You see, very few people get to choose their own values. So the culturally conditioned self is something that needs to be brought into the light of your own awareness. So in essence, we really must stop that pursuit of being who we think we should be based on other people's values and ideas. Become a blank canvas that's totally detached from opinions and judgments and clingings to certain identities. And it's only when we're in a space of neutrality for a while that we can actually start to have a chance of uncovering what our subconscious values actually are. Because here's the issue. Our conscious values are completely different to our unconscious values. And when you have a disharmony between the two of them, then you have what you might call a cognitive dissonance, where you are just always there's like an incongruency within yourself. And so you always find that you just can't, you can't sort of move forward in terms of where you want to go in your life, because you just feel all this kind of internal conflict going on. So in order to cut through the crap so you can actually find out subconsciously what your actual values are, you basically need to lose all of the things that you identify as. So you're not a liberal, you're not a businessman, you're not an avid gardener, you're not a teacher. Don't identify as those things. And just forget about taking sides on certain arguments. Just sit in a space of neutrality, and that will allow you to be unclouded by all of this conscious noise around you. And that will allow, yourself to be able to tap into your true subconscious values without all of that noise and garbage that's around. The next step is to start a simple meditation practice every single day. And it only needs to be a minimum of, say, 15 minutes. And just sit in your own silence and ask the question, what are my values? Who am I? Take some practice. It really does take time and it takes some diligence. But if you stick to it, it took me a couple of months. But I'm telling you that the rewards are just far greater than anything you could ever even imagine. Now, once you get all of your insights, it might be a good idea just to write them down. Once you write them down, they become more clear in your mind, in your conscious mind, so that you can start to work out which direction you should be going in and whether you're on the right track or not. Guys, if you don't know how to meditate, it's fine. There's so many different resources out there where you can learn. I had absolutely no idea how to do this a couple of years ago, but there's so many resources you can check out. If you want to, you can go to therealshift.com, and I've got a free fundamental basics of meditation video that I've put together. It'll give you at least the basic setup for doing this. And if you do it every day, like I said, the rewards will be phenomenal for you. The primary reason for me putting together this project is just to empower other people. I don't have any real other desires behind it. It really is just to, help other people experience what I've experienced and what my family's experienced as well. So, well worth it. Make sure you get that congruency happening internally so you can just push forward and start to smash goals like you've never ever seen before. It's seriously phenomenal. And guys, I think that's pretty much the end of the video. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you consider subscribing. And guys, I'll catch you on the next video. Cheers.